Yeah, tough day, but that being said, I was proud of the way our guys came out and competed. Hats off. Georgia Tech's got a good program, got a lot of veteran players on it. Thought Haynes played extremely well, gave us some different looks, both offensively and defensively. You know, first quarter kind of got away from us, but I was really proud of the way our guys battled all the way through to the end. I mean, guys just stepping up, continuing to fight, continuing to strain. Never saw any quit out of any of them. And with everything that we've gone through, I'm sure proud of that part of it. Now, we got to clean some things up. We got to continue to grow and try to get better. This bye week is going to be important for us because we need to try to get healthy. We've got a lot of guys that are banged up and that are trying to play through them, so a good week of that should help. And then just mentally, just being able to step back and breathe a little bit. So proud of our guys. Got to continue to keep growing, but you know, we'll learn from the tape.
You kind of talked all weekend just how tricky their offense was, rushing line especially. How tough was it to defend all the stuff they did?
Yeah, they gave us a couple of different looks. Obviously, they're coming off of a bye week. You know, they got the ball outside a little bit more than than they have on tape. You know, they opened up the game and they were a lot of screens, pushing the ball outside, throwing game wise. You know, really hasn't been their scenario. You know, throughout, and so I think that's probably a contributing factor to our D line and how well they've been playing. And so I felt like they were probably trying to spread it out a little bit more, try to take those guys, try to limit some of the factors that they play into the game. But yeah, they do a good job on the misdirection. They do a good job on their +1 runs. You know, but I was proud of our defense. Had a couple of big stops in there, deep into territory. Had a couple of good stops when we had them pinned, and so thought we had the blocked field goal. We had some really good things that happened in there. We just got to string them all together, and our consistency has to continue to get better.
Bill, you got 7 there at the beginning of the second half. Did Georgia Tech go back to what worked in the first quarter to reassert itself within the third?
Say it again.
When you cut it to 7,
Yeah.
they came down, field, scored, got back to double digits. Did they do anything similar to what they did in the first quarter? Did they give you different looks? It seemed like they got back into a rhythm really quickly.
Yeah, you know, I think they were having some consistency in what they were doing. I don't think they changed a lot from first half to second half. You're talking about them offensively, correct? So I don't think they did a lot of things differently. You know, for us, we've got to continue to keep grinding, right? I was proud of our guys, the way they came out in the second half, continue to battle, continue to go, did some good things in that. Again, our consistency has got to continue to keep up, but you know, when we stay ahead of the chains, good things happen for us. Early in the first half, we didn't do that.
Kyron 13 for 21 today for a buck 81, a couple touchdowns, ran for 83, 116. Your thoughts on what Kyron did today?
Yeah, I thought he played his tail off today, to be honest. The guy just battled all the way through. Made some plays down the field, had to get out of the pocket, threw the ball well on the run. Did a nice job in the run game with some of our +1 runs. You know, you think about the last drive right there. I mean, he's doing everything he can to fight, and he's being competitive about it all. And so, you know, I was proud of the way that he battled, just like I was proud of the way our guys battled throughout, and wasn't any quit on it. So, thought he did some good things. Thought we did some good things, but we got to be more consistent in our play across the board.
Coach, the team's fourth down, touchdown passes to Hairston, were those things that you guys kind of thought you could do coming in, or were they just on the fly, here's what we think might work?
No, I mean, the last one was something we schematically had kind of worked up down in the low red. You know, did a good job of operating it. The other one on the fourth down was a third down call for us that we had within the game. We'd actually called it earlier, but did a nice job there just protection-wise, had a little bit more time, and then did a nice job just working through his progression. And Jay Rigas ran a nice route right there, and we were able to capitalize on it.
How good do you feel, at least at linebacker, even with J.K. being out, with Noah Chambers starting playing well, George Balance playing well, and Gabe Kittles goes to that?
Yeah, it was great having Caleb back for sure. I mean, obviously with JK out, Caleb being able to jump back in there as far as a guy that's got a little bit more experience. Uh, I have to look at the tape and see exactly, but, Caleb Spencer's been playing really well. Noah has been playing well. To add Caleb back into that mix, hopefully we can get JK back. George Ballant stepped in and played some good reps today. So, again, guys are just stepping up, next man up type mentality and accepting the challenge each and every week. I mean, we got young guys that are playing and having to play, and those guys are gaining great experience, learning from mistakes, but gaining great experience in the process.
Did the punt coverage team just get completely bullied by Georgia?
Yeah, it's something we talked about it all week long, and Stu covered it. They had two returners back, and it's a communication deal, and we just got to make sure we know where the flight of the ball is going, right? And so that's a communication breakdown on our part. Obviously came at a really bad time because we had a great punt by Nick, and would have been nice to be able to pin him back there.
So your thoughts on obviously Woods' return. This is the first time that we've seen him since Old Dominion, and kind of what went into him being able to return today.
Well, he's been recovering from an injury, and it's taken some time for him to be able to get back to the level that he could step back in and play. And so proud of him today and being able to step back in there and play. And again, I haven't seen the tape, but I know he made some valuable plays for us, and he always has consistently throughout his years here.
And then Marsalis helped Hawkins with a season-high 82 rushing yards and 9 carries. What was working for him today?
Yeah, I thought our offensive line did a pretty good job, especially with all the different things that were going on up front. A lot of heavy boxes in there, but we were getting some movement. We were getting some push. He did a nice job of finding some lanes in there and then exploding through. So, Hawk's been pretty consistent for us all year. And, we got a lot of faith in him. And, we'll continue to keep using him in that way.
Did you get an update on Thomas Williams?
Yeah, no, I don't have an update on him yet. We'll kind of see how that goes.
0 for 8 today on third down. Is that just a matter of getting off schedule and being behind the sticks too often?
Yeah, being behind the stick's never good, right? I don't know what the depths were of those. They're a tough team on third down. I told you they had got a lot of veterans in the secondary back there. Gave us some different looks. Got a couple of different pressures in there, but I have to look at the tape and kind of see where that went. But we've been pretty good on third down throughout the year. Today wasn't one of those days, so we'll have to go back to the drawing board and see what we can do to fix that.